Good morning. Welcome to Kilat Shari Torah's daily review of Rambam's Sefer HaMitzvos for Tuesday, July 20th. We are going through all of Maimonides' counting of the first the positive, and then eventually we will get to the negative mitzvot, the prohibitions. So we're up to positive mitzvah number 108 out of 248. We're getting there, which is the law of the halacha of the water of sprinkling. When someone wants to become tahor, which we translated in the past as ritually fit or ritually pure, in other words, able to go into the temple, bring offerings and other such functions, the person has to release themselves, as it were, from the state of having tumas meis, from having the ritual impurity or ritual state of being that's caused by being in close contact with a non-living body. If someone has carried or handled or touched even or been under the same roof, even as a corpse, which now you understand a little bit better the reason there's a separate room for Kohanim at the funeral homes in town, because they don't want to be under the same roof as the nifter, as the person who passed away. So in temple times, the way to rectify that was through what we read at the beginning of Parshas Chukas, the ceremony, ritual, the act, the mitzvah of the red heifer. We're going to come to that also, the paraduma. And part of that is that the water that's sprinkled, that has the ashes of the heifer, which we'll speak about in a little bit, is sprinkled by a Kohen over the people who wish to become tameh on the tahor on the third and seventh day of their cleansing process, and they, through this, as part of the process, become tahor, and the Kohen who does the sprinkling himself becomes tameh. So it has a negative effect, a reversing effect on the status of both the sprinkler and the sprinklee, if you will. Another mitzvah to do with tuma and tahara is immersing in a mikveh. Very particular laws about exactly what a mikveh is, and when a person is required to immerse in a mikveh. Of course, this is a mainstay of Jewish family purity, and any Jewish community worth its standing will have at least one well-kept mikveh on hand. So this is usable by the members of the community. Cleansing for oneself from tzara'as. Again, this is pertinent to times when the temple is standing. This is not in force at the moment, but a person who has been afflicted with tzara'as, which we speak about in Parshas Tazria Metzora, has a process by which they can, offerings and so on, by which they can purify themselves from that. To accompany that is a positive mitzvah for someone who's a mitzvah, who's afflicted with this spiritual malady that has external manifestations on the person, is to shave his head as part of this also. And concomitant to that, I would say, mitzvah number 112, positive mitzvah 112, is the mitzvah should make his status known. In other words, he has to be able to make himself or herself recognizable somehow, so that people can avoid the contact with them for the time that they're in this state of being, until they're able to relieve themselves of that state. Okay, we alluded briefly to the para aduma, to the ashes of the red heifer. The great chok, when it says zos chukas haTorah, this is the chok, or the supra-rational command of Torah, as the parsha that bears its name begins. This is taking a red heifer that has never carried a load, and burning it and using the ashes to mix together with the water. And as we said before, the Kohen then sprinkles those ashes and water on the people who wish to become tahor, and it has that effect. It says that there were 9 para adumas. There were 9 times that this recipe, as it were, was carried out. The first one was made by Moshe Rabbeinu, and we're looking forward to the 10th, which will be made by our righteous Redeemer. May he come speedily in our times. Okay, we will pause there for today. So please join us tomorrow for more of the discussion of the 613 mitzvot. Have a good day.